evil around us. God is good. He loves us. I'll hold it. Look. Literally after, what's that guy's name again?
Denny.
After we just got done hanging out with an extremely wealthy, you know, owner of a, you know, luxurious vehicle, you know, whatever. You know, right after we leave, literally not even, 30 minutes after, Jackie gets a random phone call from, guess who? FEMA. You know, it's like they protect the rich or something. Who knows? Maybe we hit a button by even hanging with that guy.
Right.
Maybe he's a person of importance.
Yeah.
You know, think of that. We're not aware of his background or what really he's involved with. For real, Jackie.
No, all I know is he has lots of cars, lots of money. Owns Menor.
He's an extremely, like, shadowy. He's a shadowy, wealthy man.
He's very
like,
kind though. He gives a lot, but like you don't know what he really be doing. Like,
yes, he's an obscurant, you know, very private, wealthy man. You know what I'm saying? Respect. You know, I don't know him personally, but ironically, as soon as we leave from hanging with the guy,
like
FEMA.
as soon as, like probably like 15 minutes after. Like,
FEMA decides to give us a call, you know, and we put the videos on Instagram. Check my Instagram, the actual Tanis. You can see literally us hanging out, chilling with the guy on the roof of CSU parking lot. I don't know if it was the South parking lot.
Yeah, it was.
The South parking lot. Yes, the one they just built by the bus station. We was on the roof of that place, hanging with the guy, discussing just nonsense. Suddenly, as soon as we part ways, we got to the bottom floor, walked down the street. Next thing you know, Jackie,
FEMA from California was calling me. California number.
And here, let me get you this information for these representatives whose information we took, because the people claim to be representatives of a third-party company.
But it was a big third-party company. They were like, "Oh, we're not no tiny, you know, company." When we underestimated the company, she kind of got defensive about it, you know.
Yeah, I want y'all to see this very well. You know, person's name Claudia. Well, shoot, you can still get it backwards. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Representatives of FEMA, like, no games, y'all. A lady named, she was the floor manager. She was like the third person we spoke to, not even the first.
Yeah.
Not even the first
two people they couldn't even answer our questions we had. Like,
basically, the question was, you know, as she inquired, how was the number even discovered? How was the number even selected, or how was it collected for selection to begin with? What was their original source of collection and their database for phone numbers to call? And the lady, after evading the question like as much as she could, she said FEMA does it. FEMA collects the phone numbers.
But the answer changed, you know multiple times.
You know, at first she was using deflective answers. She said it was generated randomly. She used that term about 3 times as the question was asked, until finally, after being extremely persistent.
Look at the cops are following us right now.
Cops are following us now?
Yeah, on your side.
Okay. Where they at?
Right there.
You know what I'm saying? God bless them.
God bless them.
God said, do not curse your enemies. Bless them. You know what I'm saying? And our enemies is not flesh and blood. You know? Yes. We'll watch them. We'll watch them very carefully. As we speak of the fact that Jackie received a randomized FEMA call, not to mention Cleveland has a FBI headquarters downtown. You know, there is an FBI headquarters on Lakeside.
Lakeside?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a large, gated, surveilled, highly...
Is that by the Club X? I'm just curious.
Actually, it probably is,
because
though.
I've had, like, you know, like the shooting that happened down by Club X, like 2 days ago. That's where I just was.
Look at the stalkers. Stalkers.
Get out of here in the name of Jesus. Don't come back.
Look, and he's trying to give the impression like he's not paying attention to us. Or,
you know, he probably...
I pray to God he ain't paying attention to us, but all this irony, it's hard to imagine he's not. But yeah, okay, so we want to snitch on the government to the public if they are selectively identifying us. I mean, my family was visited by FBI. My aunt Nat, that yellow house,
she was visited by
the FBI came there before inquiring about me. No lie, I'm not even kidding with y'all. The FBI came to that yellow house. And we gonna get her on camera, like, talking about it if we can.
Oh, yeah.
For real. We need to get her on camera talking about that. But, yeah, okay. Now he's turning. Thank God.
Oh, I know. probably just turn around.
Because I said that's because
So the lady, after being persistently drilled with questioning, like persistently, relentlessly questioned, she finally relents and says, FEMA provides the numbers that they call with. Okay, so we said,
Where
well,
did FEMA get?
exactly. How the heck does FEMA collect and create their database of people to call to determine if they're prepared for a disaster?
Yeah, and then FEMA's gonna give us all these bullshit answers, like, oh, it's random. Like, no, we're gonna talk to every single supervisor
FEMA thinks
we have
Jackie
to.
needs to be prepared for, an environmental disaster.
Environmental disaster. He didn't even he asked me what kind of disasters would affect my community. Like, what kind of disasters would not affect my community?
How are you not educated, but you're teaching me about something?
Like, what kind of disaster? Disaster means that, fuck shit up. Like, why wouldn't a disaster fuck up my community?
That's crazy.
He couldn't even answer that question.
He's informing me and don't even know what he's talking about at the same damn time.
Like,
wow. So you got these really dull-minded henchmen of the hierarchy.
They were getting their answers from, the hierarchy.
Yeah, they're carrying out the business of the hierarchy. Yeah, she's like, oh, this is the business of FEMA. They started crying out when we started, putting the pressure on them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as we start putting some investigative pressure on them, they start squealing. Yeah, FEMA did it. FEMA. I said it's FEMA. Give them a cigarette. Give them a cigarette, squealers. So ISA was the company, but yeah, that's just real. That's just real, y'all.